This is TWiT.
Okay, solar flare. We have.
That's right.
Now this is going to be interesting. And are we going to see possibly at lower latitudes an aurora tonight?
That is the big question. But basically,
X7 is huge, right?
And no. X9, X9.05.
Oh, holy moly!
So earlier this week, we had an X7.1 solar flare.
I'm a doctor, not a radiologist. Sorry, go ahead.
That kicked off a CME that was going to come and give us a bit of a glancing blow. And we always hope that when these CMEs and their particle clouds hit the magnetosphere, that they do amp up the auroras that we can see, and maybe they extend far lower than the polar regions in the Arctic, and we can see them in the States. So that was, coming this weekend. And one day before we recorded this episode, which was a Thursday, the sun fired off another one, an X9. It's the strongest solar flare directed at the Earth since 2017. There was, I think, like an X14 that was picked up on the far side of the sun, not facing the Earth earlier this year. But this is the strongest one that's been facing us. And we've got some video of it here from NASA on our space.com story. And of course, the Solar Dynamics Observatory, a lot of other satellites are watching the sun all the time for these things. And the hope, at least for skywatchers, is that when the CME, because they do believe there was a halo CME that popped off of this one, reaches Earth this weekend, that it will amp up the solar the solar weather, the northern lights, the southern lights as well, and we might get a pretty good show. If folks might remember, this similar thing happened, this 1-2 punch earlier in May, and we saw just dazzling auroras all the way down to like Alabama, which was crazy. I don't know if it's going to get that strong this weekend, if they materialize at all, and that's the question that the Space Weather Prediction Center is asking right now. They think that we could get up to a G3 geomagnetic storm level 3, which is fairly strong and intense. The ones in May were, I think, G4 or higher. And so, we're just kind of waiting to see how is it going to hit us. Is it going to cause any disruptions to satellite signals and whatnot? And is it going to really make those northern lights visible? When it happened in May, it was cloudy and rainy all weekend here in New Jersey, where I typically work from in New York. But hopefully we'll get some good weather, and then we can see like what's what.
Hey, if you enjoyed this clip, be sure to check out This Week in Space. You can find us on your favorite podcast app or see the link in the description below. See you there.